This is an instructional video on how to download your Moodle Gradebook. So I'm going to go to this course and I am going to go to grades. By the way, if you don't see the grades on the left hand side, just click this triple bar there and the grades show up. There they are. Click on grades and I want to export my grades. And I'm going to export it into an Excel spreadsheet. You can do open document spreadsheet, but I mean everything is Excel these days. That's what I do. Export format options, very important that you do this. Very important. You need percentage. Percentage will take all of the weights that you have and calculate that into your final grade. And then save it. And that's from Mozilla Firefox. That's here, and I open up the file. It takes a little bit for it to do it. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I have to do it again. And I don't change anything. I just do it again, and it works. So I don't know what that's all about. Okay, here we go. Enable editing, and we're on our way. Now, this is not set up to the same ordering as I have in my gradebook. So I'm going to change the order here. A lot of stuff here. Change the order so that it'll fit my gradebook. And I do that by going to data and sort. And I'm sorting by, I sort by the first name. So that's how I do it. So the best way to do it is by the roll numbers. But since the roll numbers have changed, some having dashes and some not, even the roll numbers are not as easy as they used to be. But I never have a problem doing it this way. All right, so I've got this. Now, there are two people here who are not students, and so I'm going to just remove those two people so that they don't become a part of the calculations. Okay, so we've got all 35 students here. We're good to go. All right, now I want to insert some columns. Oh, no, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy all of this. Not yet. I'm going to delete some columns first. That's what I normally do. I'm going to delete some columns first because there are some columns that just show up that are not invited. And they make things much more complicated. There's some quizzes that were before the COVID infection started, and that's a part of it. And then there are just quizzes that were deleted. And I may even have some quizzes here that haven't been done yet, but I'm just about done with quizzes. Okay, so then I just go across here, delete all this stuff. I just am doing this to clean it up so it's easier to work with. I don't need the last one. So here we go. All right, we're good now. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to dump this into my... No, I don't need to do that. I'm not going to dump it. This is what I am going to do. I'm sure you're not going to do this, but this just helps me not to go crazy. When I do this, I'm going to go to Format, Format Cells, and the first one would be Number, but I'm doing Alignment, and I'm going to do Wrap Text. I want my header here, I want it to be easy to follow, all right? Second thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this easy to scroll, so I'm going to freeze panes. I know you all know how to do that, but I'm just doing that. All right, okay, now I'm ready to start. So what I'm going to do first is I have, according to my plan, I have different projects, and so they're different weightings. And so the first, we did this when we did categorization. Let me show you that. Make sure you understand what I'm talking about. We have a different video about in setup with categories. I have PBJ personal Bible journals. I have timelines. Timelines are weighted 40. Personal Bible journals are weighted 40. And then I have context projects, and they're weighted 20. And so by categorizing it, what that means is that each one of these grades is weighted. It's weighted so that they carry the correct weight, and that way it's all a part of the gradebook from the start. So that's already here. So what I want to do, and I'm sure you're not going to do this, but this is just to stay sane. I'm going to color each section a different color so that if I need to figure what I'm doing, I'll be able to do that very nicely. Okay, so that's that. So that's the second group is here. Give it a different color, and please forgive me for taking your time to do this, but it's the only way I can survive, because there's so many columns in this semester. It's just too much. All right, and then I'm going to make this a different color as well. All right, now I'm going to show you these quickly. I'm going to just show you these so you can just see it. These are all my assignments. There are 2 columns per assignment. One column is the raw number, and the other column is the percentage. Percentage is based upon the weighting. All right. Now you've got here same thing. You've got the raw number, the real number, but you've also got the weighting, the percentage. The percentage is all we care about. That's all we care about. All right. So now you've got the percentage for this column. You've got the percentage for this group. Okay, so there was personal Bible journals, there's timeline, and then there's context. And if you add up the weightings for those, it adds up to 100. So what I did for this was I added those things which received marks before the COVID-19 insanity started. So I added those in, and that's one of the other videos that talks about how to add a column for grading, for marking. All right, so that's a different video. So here we go. So I've got these 3, and this number is the weighted final percentage based on all of these, and it works. It's right, because I calculated all of them just to make sure, and yes, this is the correct number. So if you've put in all of your other assignments into Moodle, which is not hard to do, you've got your grade already set and ready to go. I download it because obviously I want to have it on my computer, and I also have to take this, and I'm going to have to enter these grades for the final grade on Empower. The problem is that the sorting is a little bit strange in Empower. Sometimes it doesn't sort the way I would think it should sort alphabetically. So you just have to be careful with Empower to make sure you're always doing it properly. But here you go. Here's your grade for the course right here. It's already set to go. And so that was pretty easy to download. The only reason I did the colors was just so that I would easily be able to see what I've got to make sure it all makes sense. And obviously you don't need to do that. Okay. So I hope this has been helpful.